Welcome back to my channel, BioBuddy, and in this video we will be moving on with a new topic, that is hemichordates. Okay, so till now we have done many phylums, right? Now we are on the second last phylum, that is our hemichordates, and last will be our chordates, right? So very simple this is. Just you need to keep in mind the main important points which I haven't written on the board till now. I will be telling it to you after we begin the general characteristics. Okay, so you know better the videos we had covered till now, which are made in two parts, general characteristics and physiology. Okay, so first part of hemichordata is again the general characteristics. Okay, but very important information is that hemichordate, I'm just going to tell you a fact about hemichordate, that hemichordates beta, they were never a separate phylum. All the organisms which are present in the phylum Hemichordata, they were never separately mentioned. They were always present in the phylum Chordates. Very important point, right? That all the species which are now present in the phylum Hemichordata beta, in the previous times, Hemichordata was not known as a phylum. It was no phylum. Okay? All the organisms which are present in hemichordates, they used to be listed in chordates only. Why? Because the scientists, they observed that they have a spiny structure inside their body, just like chordates had. Okay? So that is the reason they put them all together in case of chordates only. जितने फाइलम्स थे, जितने स्पीशीज थे बेटा अलग अलग, नॉट फाइलम, जितने भी स्पीशीज थे, all the species that they were observing, they had some spiny structure at the portion of their backs. Okay, so they thought that they are all similar, so that is why they were put in one group called as chordates. But later on what happened? Later on there was a discovery made that the spiny structures present in some organisms, they were very different from the other organisms. How? They had the spiny structure, but it was not similar to what the chordates had. Okay, so chordates had what beta? Notochord. Okay, notochord was present in chordates, but notochord was absent in hemichordata. Instead of notochord beta, they had a structure called as stomochord. Okay, I am just writing it here. Okay, let me write it here. This is the chordates and this is the hemichordates. Fine beta. So chordates के पास क्या होता था बेटा? Notochord. Chordates had notochord. Okay. Whereas the hemichordates beta, they had stomochord. Okay. They have stomochord. So what is the difference between both of them? So beta, notochord was mesodermal in origin. That means it was mesodermal in origin. That means it was developed from the mesoderm layer. Whereas if I talk about beta hemichordates, it had stomochord. Stomochord was always ectodermal in origin. Ectodermal in origin. That means it was originated from the ectoderm layer, right? And chordates had notochord, which was always derived from the mesoderm layer. That means it was mesodermal in origin. This was the difference. When this difference was in public, then what happened? And another phylum was formed, that was hemichordates, in which what was there? All the organisms which had stomochord. That means it had ectodermal in origin. They were kept separately in another phylum which was given a name Hemichordata. Right? So Hemichordata is also known as a connecting link. It is known as the connecting link between chordates and hemichordates. Chordates are non-chordates. Okay, the non-chordates and the chordates, there is a connecting link which is known as hemichordata. Now there were another term or names given to hemichordata beta. So one of the name was acornworms. Acornworms. Acornworms, or it was also known as tongueworms. They were also known as tongueworms. These are some important points beta which you need to cover up. Okay. Then I'm showing you a picture of a hemichordata. Okay, so their body is divisible into three portions: proboscis, collar and trunk. Okay, so their body beta is divisible into three parts. What are the three parts? First is proboscis, second one is collar, and third one is trunk. Very important. Okay, very important that their body is divisible into three parts in total: proboscis, collar and trunk. The diagram is shown here. Then habitat, all are marine. That means they are present in water. Level of organization, organ system. Then germ layers, triploblastic. That means all the three germ layers are present: ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Eucoelomates. That means they have a true coelom. Okay, they have a true coelom. But in eucoelomates, they were what beta? They are having enterocoelom. Enterocoelom means they have the mesodermal pouches which later on splits. This we have already done. Then tube within tube, they have a schizocoelom. That means anus is formed first and then, they have deuterostomes. Okay, that means tube within tube, they have a deuterostomic structure. That means the blastopore lead to the formation of anus first and second the mouth. Then symmetry, bilateral segmentation and notochord both are absent. I am going on very fast because this is all the same which we have covered. If you are not watching it in a sequence, you might not know what we are talking about. So make sure you are seeing these series. There is 11th lecture series. There is a playlist called as 11th lecture series. You can go and watch that. All of them are put in a sequence beta. Fine. Very easy, very simple. Connecting link between chordates and non-chordates is a phylum called as hemichordate. Why was hemichordata made? Because their structures were of different origin. They had stomochord which originated ectodermally, right? But in case of chordates, they had notochord which was developing mesodermally. Okay, fine. Any problem, any doubt, put in the comment section, ask your problems. Okay, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Fine. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you guys in the next video with the physiology part.